That's off the front of the iron. No good. Rebounded by Patrick Henry.
74-72 down the stretch. This is just so good. We had to come back on the air with you for it because it's not over yet. A 2-point lead. Nasamito shot up. No good. Rebound coming back.
Good fight for the ball there by the Jaguars. They get it.
Yes.
Now we got a foul. And it's going to go against Patrick Henry. And I believe it's number 23 is who they're calling this on. So
74-72, and this is a battle to finish here.
Can I throw a punch for just a minute, Wesley?
Hey.
Bruce,
I thought they just called a tech on the coach.
I don't know. They are going around
not Coach Al.
There's no technical. Well, there's no tech right now. These are regular shoot.
Yeah.
Because they have people around the perimeter of the line. It hits the front of the iron and goes in. Washington, with this one, can tie it up. And 8 lead changes. This will tie it up. If it's good, it's no good.
No good.
And there was no tech called, so here we go.
Settling in for 1 minute remaining.
1 minute to go.
Settling in for 1 minute.
What?
74-73, and we got a timeout called. This is possibly the final timeout of the season, maybe.
We'll have to see.
74-73, we're back in a moment. Jaguars down by 1. This game has gone back and forth all night long. The closeout basketball for JCC. We're here to finish it when we return.
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America.
We're back
200
at it
food
again.
banks strong.
It's going to be Hayford. And Brendan, as you said, what a shot by 3 by Staples when it counted the most.
Oh.
And there goes Staples again on another 3 and short. Boy, they're trying to hold on to it. High to the basket.
And she
2.
scores. Oh,
it's
what a play that was.
They need a 3. They need a 3.
And it's a 30-second timeout, Wesley.
Yeah, we're not going to go to break. We're going to stay right here, though. Brendan, you did make a great point, though, my friend, when we were during commercial break. Your thought on that?
I mean, like I said,
you were talking about Staples.
Yes, Staples. I mean, she hit her first points of the game and possibly, one of the clutchest times right now for it. Because, I mean, it was a 3. It got him the lead, and it just boosted him up. And that right there was, that was one of those shots the team really needed.
Well, the Jaguars now trailing by 3 at 36.5 seconds left to go in this finale, if you will. They need to get, Wesley, what they need to do is they need some good ball movement. They don't necessarily need to get a 3-point shot. They can get a 2 and then play defense. They have timeouts. So let's see what happens here for the Jaguars as they went down at the baseline. And
looks like Coach Al's going to take a break.
He's
going to stop and let him reset.
A 30-second timeout.
36 seconds. You think we're going to see Tamara Hooker go for the 3 shot?
Well,
or
I don't
drive
know.
Up the lane to the basket
yeah,
and 1.
I would do that. I would get good ball movement, look for the open shot. A 2 ball would not be a bad play. If they score that, they could call a timeout quickly, go back to defense. They've got fouls to give. That's another thing. But right now, the Jaguars, they don't have to have a 3 ball. Now, if they were to hit a 3 ball, obviously that would tie things up. But they can still hit a 2 and play defense.
Jaguars finishing up with their timeout. Coach Alonzo Lunsford giving their final words of wisdom. He's in that white without the sleeves,
and with
if
that,
you will.
And with that timeout, they moved the ball to half court to inbound now.
There you go.
That's another reason for that timeout.
Robinson will go down to Council. 1 shot, you thinking? 1 shot. Council. There
she makes it. Foul.
Are
you kidding me?
She is fouled. Basket and 1. Council is fouled.
Oh, the one thing that the Patriots did not need to do was going to foul. They
Wow.
fouled and the shot went in.
And mind you, Bruce and Brendan, that was a wild shot.
It was.
Council has been hitting trick shots.
Put that in your ESPN top 10 center play.
Oh, she misses the free throw.
Robinson trying to get
It's
it.
going to be
It'll
out of
stay
bounds. It'll
Jaguars
go back to
ball.
the Jaguars.
It'll stay Jaguars ball. They're only down by 1. They knocked it out of play. It's touched by the dark blue.
And
It's Jaguars ball.
well, if you don't think National Junior College Athletic Association women's basketball is not very
Here comes
good, Cal
Robinson.
Hurd, you should have been here.
Robinson, Council,
Oh.
turn it over. Oh, but they're going to foul. Do you foul? Do you foul?
Yes, they do.
pressure her, and Washington has to foul her.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. 76 to 75, 17.4 seconds. Fouls now are going to be important. Will they shoot? That's the question. They are checking the scores table. It'll be, they will
It's
shoot
a
2.
two-shot foul. They're checking it. There's a
double
two-shot.
bonus.
Yep, they're in the double bonus now, so we're over 10 fouls.
And the good part is they stopped the clock with a foul. The bad part is they got a shooter at the line and number 3 in height.
Whoa.
And we know how good Hyde is.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's drained some threes tonight, folks.
Humming.
And what are we doing
What does
here?
Jackie
Wait a
do
minute,
for Auburn?
it's gonna be an inbound.
No,
There
they're
will
going
not
to
be
change
a
it.
free
They're
throw.
changing it. It's not a free throw. It's an inbound. And obviously, if you are the Pats, Bruce, you're going to try to run the clock down. You know you're
Absolutely.
up by 1.
And
If
you
you're
gotta get a
anyone
foul.
else, you're going to foul.
They need to get a foul. They don't do a foul.
Why are they not fouling?
Well, they're looking maybe to get a turnover. But now a foul's called. They let 6 precious seconds.
Number 22, Tanasia Wichner, is the
And
one that
there's
got
going to
fouled.
be another inbound, so it's
That's
not
right.
a shooting foul.
They're going to sit at number 11, and that's going to be Ever Brill. Here's the thing, Brendan, Bruce, we've seen it on high school and NJCAA. If you've got fouls to give, like going to the stripe, you got to foul. You got to do just like what Washington just
immediately.
did. You got to do what
And
Aviana
make it
Council
obvious.
just did. Yes. Foul at number 15. And I think they're going to
Still
determine.
inbounded.
Wow.
And we have a timeout,
A timeout
called
by the coach.
Patrick Henry. 10.8 seconds left to go. Our score, let's reset it. We're in the 4th period, 76-75. The Patriots are on top on the road here at the Shrek. And it is, this is coming right down to the wire. We've had 8 lead changes in this basketball game here tonight. The Patriots trailed most of the second half. They took the lead, and they have not relinquished that. It was tied once,
And it's not over yet.
and it's still we got basketball to go here.
Jaguars are down by 1 point. Brendan Reeves, this game's gone either way.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like you said, it could go either way. But I mean, both teams play hard, and I hope neither team leaves this court feeling any doubt.
Well, I want to tell you, that missed free throw after that foul is the difference right now in the game for the Jaguars. That was a crucial miss there.
We'll try it again. 76-75 going inside, driving. And another foul. You knew they had to call it. Jakaya Kelly will foul quickly. Number 12 of Nascimento.
And now
Natasha,
they'll shoot.
Yeah, Natalia Nascimento go to the line. The 1-and-1, and might be the 2 shots, actually.
So these 2 shots, even if she makes it, it still would be a 1-possession game.
That's right.
Because a 3 ball
Get back
would
up
tie
there
it up,
quickly.
and
Go
hey, we
for
may
it,
have
too.
some
Draw a
extra
basket and
basketball.
one.
She
First
makes the
one's in.
first one.
She is from Americana, Brazil. 5'9" freshman. Coach Al's calling for a timeout as soon as they throw that ball up for the second shot. That's what he said. And they missed it. They missed it.
They call
And a
timeout
timeout by the
quickly.
coach. Quickly to the Jaguars. You knew one was coming.
And
Reset. Get a play. Bring it to the house, Bruce Barrett. 10 seconds left to go unless we go to overtime.
they will inbound the ball in half court now. Because of that, they will have the opportunity. The referee pointed at the hash mark right in front of the Jaguar bench.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211. Get connected. Get help.
A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
Boy, this is a quick commercial break. They didn't waste no time. They're right back at it again.
Here we go.
The table is set, 77-75. They're going to stack them up at the table, single file. They're trying to do some type of a formation, if you will. Robinson looking, shot, Campbell up,
No
basket,
good.
no
Rebounded.
good by Height. They got a foul. They're not going to foul. They're not going to foul. They will, with about 2.5 seconds left. They're probably going to add time on the clock.
And it's going to be a hold. They'll be shooting this time now. But now 77-75, just under 2 seconds to go.
That they lost at least. I still think there should be 2.5 seconds added to the clock.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah, they're not going to do it. And that's hurting the Jaguars, by the way. Nascimento, basket in and good.
Okay, this is the crucial one. This would make it a 2-possession game. If they miss it, they need to call a timeout. If I was the coach, I would tell her to purposely miss this shot.
Nascimento at the free throw line. Will she go? No, she will not make it.
A timeout called quickly.
Take 4/1000ths of a second off the clock. I still believe there should have been 2.5 seconds here left to go in regulation. Poor clock management, running the time clock, running the scorekeeper. You should have known to stop the clock. 1 second or so got lost because of that for the Jaguars, Bruce.
Well, 1.5 seconds left to go. A 3-ball. Right now, I think you look for Hooker on here. I think you got to get the ball into her hands. She is the shooter for this ball club. If you could get her in a good look, they got time to get one off. So let's see what happens here.
A three is coming. You know it's a three-point shot, Brendan Reeves. That's all you got.
Screens.
A three-point shot for the season.
The Jaguars will need to set some screens up here to get someone open.
You hear the coach. He's telling the Pats to stay back. And the shot. Kelly up.
Oh, it's off the iron. No
rim.
good.
It hit the rim. And that is the game.
Oh, what a great basketball game this turned out to be, though. The Patriots win this one 78-75. It came down to a last chance for the Jaguars, and they come up a little short here tonight.
Can we just say that we've seen so many of these games, Bruce, go that way for the Johnston Jaguars, men and women this year?
Yes, it has.
Close at the end, just falling short.
Some we lose, some we don't. But I tell you what, it's been a great, wonderful season here for Jaguar basketball. A lot of fun this year for us. Our first year covering CRN Sports. Covering the National Junior College Athletic Association Region 10 Division II basketball. And, well, it's came up short for the Johnstonians, but they got a lot to be proud of, Wesley. This has been a lot of fun for these young ladies and the men also.
And it's been a lot of fun for us. The highs, the lows, the wins, the losses. It has been a very interesting season for sure. For those that were watching on the YouTube JCC, we're used to the feed being good, crashing. I cross my fingers sometimes. Sometimes it's flawless. Sometimes it comes and goes. But one thing for certain, the radio feed stayed pure, straight, perfect quality as always from start to finish. Brendan Reeves, you're an intern. He's done a phenomenal job this season. Your take of what we've seen in Jaguars basketball, not only tonight, but for what we've seen since November.
I mean, every time, the Jaguars step up, they play a very good game. I mean, they put on a show for the audience, they ball out, they play with all their heart, they play to the best of their abilities. I mean, sometimes it results in a loss, sometimes it results in a win, but I mean, they've never shown me signs of giving up.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Bruce. There's always next year, bud, and obviously, I know we've got some sophomores that are going on, moving on to bigger and better things, obviously, not only on the women, but the men's level as well. And even on the sophomore level, like, Markeisha Height for the Parisia Singletary, Mary Shelton for the Pats as well. And for the men Jaguars that played in the tournament last night. Bruce, they'll go on. They'll go to another college, 4-year maybe. and we'll see them in the pros.
Absolutely.
It's always fun watching NJCAA. This game did not disappoint for sure.
Absolutely. This was a fantastic women's college basketball game, whatever level you want to go. It was played hard. It was a hard fought game. And I just want to say this to our listeners, or you've been watching on YouTube and seeing just how good this stuff really is. We want to just say this. If you've not been to a JCC or a basketball game at the junior college level, you need to come on out here and get a ticket and watch this stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And again, we want to thank Dr. David Ian Johnson. We also want to acknowledge and thank Mr. Jay Creasy, Alonzo Lunsford, all the coaching staff, Greg Morrissey on the events management side of things, on keeping things in shape and for scheduling and technical logistics. Thanks also to the athletic director, Mr. Derek Arnold. One more look at the Track Center. It's a season. We're back in November 2022. I want to acknowledge all of our crew that have done one game or another, along with Brendan Reeves and Bruce Barrett. I want to say thanks to Quay Smith, Kevin Stump, and Will Chalk. Jackie's in on video camera as well. I'm Wesley Outland. Y'all be good to one another. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll be back for Jaguars basketball in the fall of 2022. You've been tuned in to CRN, the Community Radio Network. Follow us at wearecrn.com and at CRN Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Boy, it's a good one. The Pats heading home back to Martinsville with a big win in the final score, the final game of the season for the ladies and men. Big wood to one another. And thank you for listening and watching.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
In sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.